It's Bruce Parker again. Video number 5. We're coming along pretty good. Are you doing your homework? Have you got everything taken care of? You got your questions written? Have you got your pictures taken? Are you working on dialogue for You in the Box? I mean, you got to be putting these things together because this is what makes you successful. You know, it's not, there is life after doing some work, you know, because when all this stuff is done, you can relax. How do you think I had 13 clinics? You know, some people say I can't take a vacation. Well, I was not working in every clinic every day. I had to be, I mean, so every place I wasn't had to operate on its own. So I learned by putting a system in place that things will happen. And I had the freedom in my early 30s. At 32 years old, I could come and go when I wanted to. Now, does that mean I wasn't focused? No, I love chiropractic. I'm still doing chiropractic, doing this. You know, I don't have to be doing this, but I love it. I love what we have, and the planet needs chiropractic. We need to get people off needless drugs and surgery. So because of that, that's my passion. And that's why I do this, because I want you to have the same success and freedom as I did and expand the word of chiropractic. We can't make chiropractic a household word if we're starving to death, if we're not being successful, because guess what? What I learned was a lot of people would come to me because I was successful, because I had the badges of honor, the house, the car, you know, and some of the toys that I owned. People in the other echelons accepted me as being successful. And they asked me questions. In fact, it was interesting. I interviewed a bunch of people at one time, you know, that were not doing chiropractic, that never heard of chiropractic, and these are successful people. You know, they thought that medicine was it. They didn't know. They heard of chiropractors. They thought they cracked your neck. They didn't really know what the purpose was. Interestingly enough, though, that when you come and you've got some success, and you've got some what's called social proof, you've got some things around you that show that you have been successful, people will listen. And I got a lot of people, you know, into chiropractic because they respected me enough to listen. And when I told them about chiropractic, they're blown away. So let me ask you a question. If I gave you 100 people of your community right now into a stadium, and I said, Dr. Smith, come on over. You know, we got 100 people here just waiting. We got 5 minutes. Go. Are you ready? What would you say? What would you do? But you know what? Every day we have an opportunity to usually talk about chiropractic. You know, people, I say this and people don't believe me until they get around me, but literally, I'm not practicing right now chiropractic practice. My practice is chiropractic doctors helping them practice. So I'm in practice, believe me, I'm in the trenches every day, solving challenges and problems and being involved. So don't let some of these guys say that some of these practitioners that aren't in daily practice don't know what's going on. Believe me, I know what's going on. I mean, I had my own 13 clinics, and now I have 50, 60 clients that I'm doing one-on-one work with, just one-on-one alone. You know, on top of that, you know, people that that come to our seminars or whatever, so I'm involved. I get daily questions from people in the trenches every day. I'm in practice. What would happen if I gave you the opportunity to speak to 50 people, 100 people, 200 people? Are you ready? So here's what we're going to do. Number 5 video is the stadium speech. You need to prepare 5 minutes, a 5-minute talk, because here's the truth. You're not going to build your practice throwing ads in the newspaper all the time. It's okay. You know, it gets you by, but it certainly does not build quality practice. What's going to build your quality practice when you become the it person in your town? When you get be known as the it person, you know, for these types of problems that everybody has. And you do that by getting out in the public. You do that by doing talks. If you're afraid to do a talk, it's because you're not ready. Because you've got information they don't know about. Doing a talk is the best way to build a practice. That's how I built all mine. Quite honestly, I never have put my banner about me being the best marketer or advertiser, because I was a good marketer, not a great advertiser. I hardly ever advertised. I built all my clinics from the inside out. You know, from one-on-one, and from our procedures, and from talks. Because talks is how I learned about chiropractic. Because going to talks is why I became a chiropractor. Because the chiropractor that got me into chiropractic did a talk every week, and also to talk in the community, and he had a boom in practice. That's what got me excited about chiropractic. The stadium speech, I call it. Be ready at any time. If someone calls on you to give a talk, you have 5 minutes prepared, your signature stadium speech. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So plan to succeed by putting together your 5-minute talk, your stadium speech, and anytime you meet someone. Before I just tell you that, let me give you an example. If someone walks up to me and says, "Hi, I'm Bruce, I'm John Smith. Who are you?" "Oh, I'm Bruce Parker." "Well, what do you do?" "Well, I'm an accountant." "What do you do?" And if I say chiropractor, I know what an accountant does. They account. They account people's things, but a lot of people don't understand what chiropractic is. If I say I'm a chiropractor, their mind goes, "Oh, that's the people that blank, blank, blank." It may be correct, it may not. Chances are it's not correct. As many people I've seen over the years, I find very few people in the public that can really tell me what chiropractic truly is. Mostly, you do back work and you make people's back feel better and you give rubs, and that's what they think. That's what we physically look like we do. Chiropractors are no more back doctors than a surgeon's a knife doctor. You don't call them a knife doctor, do you? Or a butcher. But they don't do that. They use that as a tool. The spine's a tool. The spine is part of what we do to realign, to allow the nervous system to function normally, yes? So if someone says, "What do you do?" I say, "Have you ever met someone that can almost instantly transform a person who's feeling sick, tired, run down into healthy and vibrant?" "Well, no, that's what I do. I'm a chiropractor." You see, I give my little 1-minute talk to reposition their thinking. So they start seeing in their mind chiropractic from a different point of view. Get your stadium speeches together. Talk about the benefits of chiropractic. Talk about what do you do. Don't talk about your procedures. Talk about the benefits. If they came to you, what's their takeaway? You have to think in these terms. They come to your office, what's their takeaway? Well, they got a good adjustment. They have a great exam. No. What's their takeaway? The benefit of seeing you, not seeing you. It's like if you give somebody a massage, it's a nice modality. But what's their takeaway? I feel relaxed for an hour or so. The takeaway for chiropractic is increased vital health. Once they understand that the come in your office is part of the procedure to eventually have more vitality, a healthier body, more vibrance and less sickness and disease, that's a takeaway. So build your talk around that. I'll see you on the next tape.